Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
My wife's solution is for me to find a girlfriend? My 37M wife, 35F, is my best friend. We've been married 12 years now. It's been years since we were intimate, and the years in the bedroom before that consisted of a lot of haggling that I regret now. I think after 6 months of marriage, frequency started to drop off, and from there we got into a lot of fights but stuck it out, and honestly we're in a good place now overall. We know how to communicate and put effort into our relationship. She's told me, and I've accepted, that she just doesn't see herself having sex ever again, let alone enjoying it. It's nothing I did, she says, but if you pressed me I could come up with some moments that probably didn't help that I still feel guilty about. I'm really good at feeling guilty. To be clear, I will not be crossing any bases with her ever again, and we've tried all forms of therapy she's comfortable with. I can give more details on that if needed. My wife says we have two solutions: divorce, or for me to find a girlfriend. She would understand if I asked for a divorce. I don't want to. I love her, I'm more comfortable with her than anyone, we understand each other quite well, and life is simply better with her than when I'm on my own.
So,
girlfriend it is. And I'm trying to get excited about the prospect. But I'm weird and I make easy things difficult. I want to find someone who won't try to replace my wife. And someone who will be physically exclusive with me just as I'm physically exclusive with her. Is it selfish to ask for that exclusivity? I understand I have a wife, and yet I'm asking my GF to be solely satisfied by me. I don't want her to have a physical relationship with anyone else, mostly for issues of health and safety. I'm clean, and if my wife has an awakening and I happen to catch something between now and then that was a deal breaker, I would be devastated. Are there women out there who are interested in this kind of complicated stability? I'm also struggling to figure out how to divide my time so that I'm able to be present for the GF without neglecting my wife. I do certain chores around the house that are physically difficult for my petite wife, and they need to be done at certain times. We have more than a couple pets that require special care. She has made it one of her conditions that I don't dump extra chores on her just so I can go have sex. That means I need to be home at 8 a.m., 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. every day. I don't want to just have a woman I can call to hook up when I feel like it. That doesn't seem fair. I would want to have some sort of friendship as well, but with my home schedule that's tricky. Not impossible, just tricky, right? Has anyone out there had success with an arrangement like this? Am I asking too much of this future GF? Will I just end up falling in love with her, and end up with my best friend going from someone I see every day to someone I see every once in a while after our divorce? That's not my goal here. And where do I even start looking for this special kind of woman? Meetups for people into poly don't seem right for me because I want to be exclusive. Ashley Madison seems more for people interested in the thrill of keeping secrets, which isn't what I'm about. And other dating apps require a real name and real photo, and I don't want to out my wife as ace when she is super private, and hasn't claimed a label. I feel like I'm married, but it's complicated, needs to be said early on to any possible matches, but I can't exactly put it on my dating profile for my neighbors to see. TLDR. My possibly asexual/aromantic wife wants me to find a girlfriend so she stops worrying about my unmet needs. I want this girlfriend to only have sex with me, and I will only have sex with her. Is that fair? How do I find someone like that without violating my wife's privacy on public dating apps or telling the local public I'm married and looking for a girlfriend? Now for the next story. My wife of over 10 years wants a girlfriend, what should I do? I made a similar post in the relationship advice subreddit, and a lot of people said to come here. My wife has always been bisexual, I knew this before we got married. We have had a relatively good relationship for the last 10 years, and I thought we were happy. My wife basically texted me saying she thinks she might be gay, or 80/20ths, and wants to pursue a relationship with a woman, just one. She said there is something in it for me too if I'd like, but that she thinks it would be good for both of us. She said she is still in love with me, is still sexually attracted to me, and wants me as her main partner. She has already met someone she is interested in pursuing. Last night when I got home and we spoke about it, she sent this revelation over text about being gay and I had to wait to get home to have the face-to-face conversation. I told her I couldn't give her exactly what she wanted, but I was open to try and work something out. At that point my wife went into everything that drove her to this, the influence social media has had on her, the fact that we don't do much together, until recently we never had the same days off work, the issues in our sex life, and everything of the sort. I told her that being in a poly relationship is something that is agreed upon before things get put in motion, not after, and that at this juncture it sounded like she was just asking permission before she cheats. She said she can't help how she feels, and that she feels like this will help her. I proposed we either work to find a solution that fits for both of us, we separate, or divorce. I love this woman with all my heart, and I want her to be happy. I know I'm not perfect and I'm willing to make all of the changes she needs for me to be a better partner, but I wonder if it is enough? I feel that she is confused, and if I can show her that I can be the person I was before, maybe we can repair this. If I cannot fix this, how do I navigate the complications of this type of arrangement, if I decide to be okay with it? How do I work on the jealousy part knowing she is giving herself to someone else? I know I am the only man for her, but I'm struggling with not being the one and only she wants. Edit, let me also say that this other woman my wife wants to date is a lesbian. My wife would be dating her, be married to me, but the other woman and I would never be involved with each other. My wife wants a girlfriend on the side for a committed relationship that has nothing to do with what we have. Any help would be appreciated. Update, I picked my wife up from work today, surprised her, she usually takes the train, and we spoke for a few hours when we got home. My wife agreed to do joint therapy and marriage counseling to see how we can work this out, and for me, if there is a way I can give her what she wants in some capacity. I became a somewhat absent husband, and I committed to being better to help repair our marriage. Once our marriage is solid again, perhaps there is a way forward that gives us both something. I told her for us to move forward from this point, that I would feel better if this current woman she is pursuing would be dropped, at least for now, and she agreed. This morning she texted me saying she wished she never brought this up, that she loves me, and that nothing is worth losing us. I responded by saying I'm so glad she told me what was bothering her, so we can put the work in and become better together. So, somewhat of a happy ending, but we have a lot of work to do, some trust to build, and some feelings to sort through. I know she wants us to be together, and if I could change how I feel I would, I just need to figure out if I somehow can. Thank you all. I will update with any future information. Update 2. As much as I wish this was a good one, tonight we got to talking about this other woman, and my wife does not want to let her go. In the end, after a few hours of talking and tears, we will be doing a trial separation for a week. The idea is to have her away from our home to truly decide whether or not she wants to continue with us. She is struggling with whether or not she's fully gay, and believes the week apart will give her clarity. At the end of the week, we will decide to extend the separation, stay together, or divorce.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.